What makes a comedy truly unforgettable? Is it the characters you can't stop quoting? The scenes that leave you in tears of laughter? Or the films you rewatch again and again because they never stop being funny? Today, we're counting down the top 20 best comedy movies of all time, from timeless classics to modern masterpieces, from witty satire to total absurdity. Whether you're into sharp dialogue, slapstick chaos, or cult legends, this list has something that'll make you laugh out loud. So grab your popcorn and maybe a spare pair of pants and stick with us till number 1 because the final pick might just surprise you. If you love great movies and smart comedy, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a laugh. Let's dive in. 20th place. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, 2004. Set in the testosterone-soaked world of 1970s broadcast news, Anchorman is a riotously absurd satire that cemented Will Ferrell as a comedy icon. As Ron Burgundy, San Diego's most self-absorbed anchorman, Ferrell delivers a performance so quotable and outrageous, it became a pop culture phenomenon. Directed by Adam McKay in his feature debut, the film boasts a powerhouse cast including Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, and Christina Applegate, whose deadpan brilliance cuts through the machismo like a knife. With its surreal gags, jazz flute solos, and a fight scene that spirals into total lunacy, this isn't just a parody, it's a full-on comedic fever dream. Anchorman is the kind of movie that doesn't just make you laugh, it makes you quote it for years. 19th place. Mean Girls, 2004. Sharp, witty, and endlessly quotable, Mean Girls is a teen comedy that became a cultural landmark. Written by Tina Fey and directed by Mark Waters, the film dives into the cutthroat social hierarchy of high school with razor-sharp humor and a surprisingly heartfelt core. Lindsay Lohan shines as Katie, the new girl trying to navigate the plastics, led by the unforgettable Regina George, played with icy perfection by Rachel McAdams. From On Wednesdays We Wear Pink to You Can't Sit With Us, the film's lines have become modern slang, while its commentary on popularity, identity, and friendship remains timeless. Fueled by a stellar supporting cast and Fey's brilliant script, Mean Girls proves that high school is a comedy and a battlefield. 18th place. The Hangover, 2009. A bachelor party gone hilariously wrong, The Hangover is the ultimate ode to waking up with no memory and all the consequences. Directed by Todd Phillips, this breakout comedy became a global phenomenon by flipping the buddy comedy genre on its head. When 3 groomsmen lose the groom during a wild night in Las Vegas, they must piece together what happened, encountering tigers, stolen police cars, and a scene-stealing cameo from Mike Tyson. Starring Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, and Zach Galifianakis in a career-defining role, the film's mix of absurdity, mystery, and outrageous humor struck comedy gold. With its inventive storytelling and unforgettable set pieces, The Hangover delivers laugh after laugh and proves that what happens in Vegas may take an entire movie to unravel. 17th place. Tootsie, 1982. Few comedies blend wit, social commentary, and heartfelt storytelling as perfectly as Tootsie. Directed by Sidney Pollack, this film stars Dustin Hoffman as Michael Dorsey, a talented but difficult actor who disguises himself as a woman to land a role on a soap opera. What begins as a desperate career move transforms into a hilarious and eye-opening exploration of gender roles and identity. Hoffman's performance, balancing humor, sincerity, and transformation, is a masterclass, while Jessica Lange delivers warmth and charm in an Oscar-winning role. With its sharp script and iconic moments, Tootsie is both laugh-out-loud funny and surprisingly poignant, reminding audiences that great comedy often comes from revealing truths about ourselves. 16th place. Shaun of the Dead, 2004. The rom-zom-com that changed zombie films forever, Shaun of the Dead is British humor at its sharpest. Directed by Edgar Wright, the movie stars Simon Pegg as Shaun, a lovable slacker who suddenly finds himself fighting for survival during a zombie apocalypse, all while trying to win back his girlfriend. Pegg and Nick Frost's chemistry fuels the film's blend of absurd comedy and surprisingly emotional beats. Wright's whip-fast editing, clever visual gags, and love for classic horror make this both a hilarious parody and a genuine homage. Equal parts heart and gore, Shaun of the Dead redefined horror comedy and gave the genre one of its most beloved cult classics. 15th place. Young Frankenstein, 1974. Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder deliver a black-and-white masterstroke in Young Frankenstein, a pitch-perfect parody of classic Universal monster films. Directed by Brooks and co-written with Wilder, the film follows Dr. Frederick Frankenstein as he inherits his infamous grandfather's castle and experiments. What follows is a riotous send-up of horror tropes, complete with a dancing monster, a suspiciously mobile hump, and some of the most quotable lines in comedy history. With a stellar cast including Terry Garr, Madeline Kahn, and Marty Feldman, the film oozes gothic charm and absurdity in equal measure. It's a loving homage wrapped in ridiculousness, proving once again that Brooks is a genius of genre-blending humor. Young Frankenstein is monstrously funny and entirely alive. 14th place. City Lights, 1931. In City Lights, Charlie Chaplin blends comedy, romance, and heartbreak into a silent film masterpiece that continues to resonate nearly a century later. As the iconic tramp, Chaplin delivers slapstick laughs with impeccable timing, all while pursuing a blind flower girl who believes he's a wealthy gentleman. Written, directed, and scored by Chaplin himself, the film is a showcase of visual storytelling and emotional depth. From boxing ring shenanigans to delicate moments of selflessness, City Lights captures the human spirit with humor and grace. It's not just one of the best silent comedies, it's one of the greatest films ever made. Proof that laughter doesn't need words, just heart. 13th place. The General, 1926. Buster Keaton's The General is a breathtaking blend of physical comedy and jaw-dropping stunts, set against the backdrop of the American Civil War. Keaton plays a devoted train engineer whose beloved locomotive and love interest are taken by Union spies. What follows is a high-speed pursuit filled with visual gags, choreographed chaos, and some of the most daring sequences ever captured on film. With Keaton's trademark stone-faced charm and impeccable timing, the film balances thrills and laughs with mechanical precision. Co-directed with Clyde Bruckman, The General is both a historical epic and a comedy tour de force, proving Keaton was not just a silent clown, but a cinematic visionary. 12th place. Ghostbusters, 1984. Who you gonna call? Comedy legends, that's who. Ghostbusters, directed by Ivan Reitman, is a genre-defying juggernaut that combines supernatural thrills with razor-sharp wit. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson play a crew of eccentric scientists turned paranormal exterminators battling ghosts with proton packs and deadpan charm. With a script co-written by Aykroyd and Ramis, the film delivers iconic one-liners, unforgettable characters, and a theme song that still haunts radios today. Equal parts sci-fi spectacle and workplace comedy, Ghostbusters was lightning in a bottle and remains a benchmark for blockbuster laughs. It's spooky, it's funny, it's timeless. 11th place. Annie Hall, 1977. A groundbreaking romantic comedy that rewrote the rules of the genre, Annie Hall is both intimate and inventive. Directed by Woody Allen, who also stars as the neurotic comedian Alvy Singer, the film explores his relationship with the eccentric and utterly charming Annie, played by Diane Keaton in a performance that earned her an Oscar. With fourth wall breaks, animated sequences, and wry philosophical digressions, the film plays like a conversation between cinema and the human heart. Allen's sharp script and Keaton's effortless charisma create a chemistry that feels achingly real. Annie Hall doesn't just tell a love story, it dissects one with intelligence, humor, and aching honesty. 10th place, Blazing Saddles, 1974. Mel Brooks fires on all comedic cylinders with Blazing Saddles, a wild and fearless takedown of Western movie cliches and American bigotry. Co-written with Richard Pryor and starring Cleavon Little and Gene Wilder, the film centers on a black sheriff appointed to a racist frontier town with explosive and hilarious consequences. Blistering with meta-gags, slapstick lunacy, and biting satire, it breaks the fourth wall, then runs over it with a horse. No topic is off-limits, and that's the point. Brooks doesn't just parody the Western, he detonates it, replacing tumbleweeds with belly laughs. In an era where comedy often plays it safe, Blazing Saddles remains boldly unfiltered and wickedly funny. 9th place, Duck Soup, 1933. The Marx Brothers at their most anarchic, Duck Soup is pure comedic chaos in its highest form. Groucho, Chico, Harpo, and Zeppo unleash a whirlwind of wit, slapstick, and political absurdity as they plunge the fictional nation of Fredonia into war. Groucho's one-liners are lethal, Harpo's physical gags are surreal, and the legendary mirror scene is comedy history at its finest. Directed by Leo McCarey, this 68-minute whirlwind doesn't waste a single second. It's fast, fierce, and completely bonkers, just as it should be. Duck Soup isn't just a funny movie. It's a comedic rebellion, lampooning power and ego in a way that still feels shockingly sharp. 8th place, The Big Lebowski, 1998. The dude abides, and so does his cult legacy. Directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, The Big Lebowski is a hilariously strange journey through Los Angeles underworlds, mistaken identities, and absurd philosophies. Jeff Bridges is perfection as the dude, a laid-back bowler swept into a crime caper he barely understands. With John Goodman's explosive Walter and Steve Buscemi's soft-spoken Donnie by his side, the film blends noir, stoner comedy, and surreal dream sequences like no other. Initially misunderstood, it has grown into a cultural monument, with festivals, fandoms, and endless quotables. It's a Shaggy Dog story where the plot doesn't matter. It's the vibes, man. 7th place, Life of Brian, 1979. Irreverent, intelligent, and undeniably hilarious, Life of Brian is Monty Python at their most controversial and most brilliant. Directed by Terry Jones, the film follows Brian Cohen, a man born next door to a certain messianic figure who stumbles through mistaken identity and religious mania. The comedy is razor-sharp, skewering dogma, bureaucracy, and blind devotion with the group's signature absurdity. Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Eric Idle, and the rest of the Python troupe slip seamlessly into multiple roles, delivering pitch-perfect lunacy in every frame. Despite its initial bans and protests, Life of Brian has stood the test of time as a satire that's equal parts bold and brilliant. 6th place, This Is Spinal Tap, 1984. Turn it up to 11. This Is Spinal Tap is the rock mockumentary that redefined comedy. Directed by Rob Reiner and co-created with stars Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, the film follows the world's loudest and least self-aware heavy metal band on a hilariously disastrous tour. Filmed in deadpan documentary style, it delivers brilliant improvisation, unforgettable songs like Big Bottom and Stonehenge, and endless quotables. What makes it genius is how real it feels, so much so that real bands thought it was about them. Spinal Tap satirizes rock star excess with such nuance that it became a blueprint for all mockumentaries to come. It's not just funny, it's legendary. Fifth place, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 1975. A low-budget legend with high-concept lunacy, Monty Python and the Holy Grail turns Arthurian legend into pure absurdist gold. Directed by Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones, and powered by the full Python troupe's unchained imagination, this medieval quest spirals into a surreal comedy of coconuts, killer rabbits, and anarcho-syndicalist peasants. With its quotable one-liners, "It's just a flesh wound," intentionally awful special effects, and anarchic sketch structure, the film broke the mold of narrative storytelling and made it hilarious. It's both parody and original creation, where the logic of myth meets the madness of British humor. No other film has done so much with so little, and made it so endlessly rewatchable. Fourth place, Groundhog Day, 1993. Groundhog Day takes a genius premise and spins it into comedy, philosophy, and romance, all in one perfect loop. Directed by Harold Ramis, the film stars Bill Murray as a cynical weatherman trapped in a small town and in time, forced to relive the same day over and over. Murray's dry wit and gradual transformation anchor a story that's both side-splitting and surprisingly profound. With every repetition, the film grows deeper and more rewarding, shifting from slapstick to soul-searching without losing a beat. Groundhog Day isn't just funny, it's timeless in every sense of the word, and has become one of the most imitated and beloved comedies in modern cinema. Third place, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, 1964. Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove proves that even nuclear annihilation can be terrifyingly funny. A biting Cold War satire, the film turns global catastrophe into a farcical chain of human error, egos, and military absurdities. Peter Sellers is a one-man comedy machine, delivering 3 unforgettable roles, including the wildly unhinged title character. Kubrick's precision direction sharpens every scene into a dagger of dark humor, making the film as chilling as it is hilarious. It's satire at its most daring, sharp, stylish, and disturbingly relevant even decades later. Dr. Strangelove isn't just a comedy, it's a warning delivered with a crooked grin and a strange accent. Second place, Airplane, 1980. A comedy so dense with gags you'll miss half of them while laughing at the last one. Airplane, written and directed by Jim Abrahams and the Zucker brothers, is the gold standard for rapid-fire spoof comedy. It takes disaster movie cliches and crashes them into a wall of visual puns, deadpan absurdity, and zany dialogue. Leslie Nielsen, in a genre-defining turn, delivers hilariously straight-faced nonsense that became the stuff of legend. No joke is too big or too silly, from inflatable autopilots to jive-talking grannies. Airplane doesn't just aim for the laugh, it bombards you with them non-stop. And yes, they are serious. But don't call them Shirley. And in first place is Some Like It Hot, 1959. Billy Wilder's Some Like It Hot is not just a great comedy, it's pure cinematic perfection. When 2 musicians, Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, witness a mob hit, they disguise themselves as women and join an all-female band, leading to a wild ride of mistaken identities, romantic chaos, and razor-sharp wit. Marilyn Monroe dazzles as the sultry and sweet sugar cane, while Lemon's comedic brilliance steals every scene. Wilder's direction and script blend slapstick, screwball, and sophisticated humor with flawless timing. Its themes of love, gender, and disguise were ahead of their time, and the film's final line is one of the greatest punchlines in movie history. Simply put, nobody's perfect, except this film. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 20 best comedy movies of all time. Which one is your favorite? Did we miss a classic that always makes you laugh? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your picks. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. If you'd like to watch any of the films from today's list, you'll find links to both physical and digital copies in the video description. You can also become a channel member to get early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on our merchandise, and other great perks. And don't forget to check out our merch store for movie-inspired gear and limited edition designs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.